what's up guys, Emmett the Engineer here, and here we are in Form 1 again. Finally. No, we've been in its VB coding file this whole time, so we can't even say that. So now we're going to talk about setting variables to certain things. It's going to be very easy, but very time lengthy, I guess. So right now, as you can see, this form is actually labeled tuts. Okay, so what we're gonna do is add in a new sub, alright, which is gonna be form1.load. We can just do this by double clicking on the form, and what this does is whenever the form is about to show up for its very first time, like not being hidden or nothing, then it will execute all of the code in this sub. Okay, so this is already created as soon as the program starts, but as soon as form 1 is loading, then it will create this sub, or it will run the code in this sub, not create it, sorry. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is pretty much do some basic coloring and some basic labeling. I'll actually want to set this to a capital P. So we're gonna learn some very simple code, okay? So as you can see in VB, the really easy thing is that every item has a property which is represented by a dot. It's very simple, I promise you. So we could say form1 dot tag. Okay? We could say form1 dot size. We could say form1 dot opacity. We could say form1 dot locked, which by the way is a boolean. We could say form1 dot text, and that's what we're going to be doing in this. Okay? So we're going to say form1 dot text equals, and up here we set HFG as a string, and we already know that text is a string because text is always string, and this label is clearly text. But we're just gonna write in HFG. Okay, pretty basic, but for some reason we have gotten an error whenever we wrote this in. You may be wondering why, and don't worry, I have the answer. Whenever a form is inside of itself, like if we had a second form and we said form 1, it would be fine. Alright, this code would work perfectly fine, as long as we still had our string up here. But this code would work perfectly fine, but the reason it doesn't work in this is because anytime a form is talking about itself inside of itself, not if it's talking about itself inside of its own sub, only if it's talking about itself in its own class. So what we're gonna do is just type in me, capital M, lowercase e, and obviously that changed something there. So we're just gonna run it, and as you can see it says pineapple, which is our text in there and not our text in here, because whenever the form loaded up, it executed this code right here, which is me.text is equal to HFG, and up here we set HFG, as you can see, equal to pineapple. And pretty much I want to put this into words because many programmers will say this as words. You could say new variable HFG as a string, okay, and it's equal to pineapple. Okay, you can put all of these into word, like new variable GFH, that was tongue twister, GFH, god dang it, as integer, and it's equal to 1. Okay? So it's pretty simple, and you can practically translate the code if you know what the little sentences or words mean, the little methods mean. If you know what the little methods mean, then this could always be translated into English pretty easily. Not all of it, like while loops and stuff like that, or that's not MVB, but while loops and stuff like that can't completely, and do loops and whatever. Sentinel controlled programs, you can't really, yeah. So next we're going to change the back color, which is another setting inside of form 1, as you can see, and that's probably all we're going to get to for now. But back color up here, as you can see, is a setting, and it's set to system.color, and we already have declared a variable as system.drawing.color, excuse me, but as a color. So that is color. and it's equal to the color aqua. So we could say new variable color as color, and the color is equal to aqua. So what we're gonna type is me dot backcolor, and the reason we use me, of course, is because we're still in the same class, which is this giant thing, by the way. That's why it says public class and in class, and private sub and in sub. Backcolor is equal to. Now we could just declare color here if we wanted to, but for now we're gonna store it in a variable called color, which already exists, by the way. It's up here being declared. So my back color is equal to color, and up here we declared color as color.aqua. So whenever we start up the form now, the background is going to be aqua. That doesn't really look aqua though, but whatever. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. My name is Emmett the Engineer, and I want to end this perfectly on 6. Goodbye.